Reuters/Sarah Kashwatek. The U.S. National Archives just released more than 300 never-before-seen photos of the Bush administration, taken just after the September 11, 2001 attacks. The photos, taken by the vice presidential photographer and released this week by the National Archives, were released as part of a Freedom of Information Act request filed by documentary filmmaker Colette Neru's Hannah. The images show intimate photos of administration higher-ups like Vice President Dick Cheney, then National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice, and Secretary of State Colin Powell as the administration began developing its response to the attack. The 9/11 Commission report found that despite some early warning signs that al-Qaeda was planning a strike on U.S. soil, few were able to predict the method of the attack. This left the Bush administration scrambling to come up with a message for the nation as well as an appropriate military response. Here are some of the most interesting photos from the release. Cheney watches television reports of the attacks on the World Trade Center. With conflicting reports about the number of hijacked planes, many Bush administration officials were tuned in to CNN for extra bits of information that hadn't filtered up to the White House yet. It wasn't initially clear to the administration or the Secret Service whether the crashes were deliberate. Cheney is joined by Louis Scooter Libby and Cheney's then advisor Mary Madeline Dick and Lynn Cheney on board Air Force Two on the evening of September 11. The Cheneys deplane from AF-2. Cheney, Rice, and Secretary of State Colin Powell huddle in the Presidential Emergency Operations Center. Rice and Cheney in the PS. Cheney, Rice, Libby, Madeline, and other senior White House staff. Director George Tenet watches Bush's address. The intelligence community was reportedly very certain almost immediately after the attack that al-Qaeda was responsible. Rice and Powell. Cheney in the PS. President George W. Bush and Cheney with other staff members in the PIC. There was a lot of conflict on September 11 about whether Bush should return to Washington. Some feared there could be another attack. Bush flew to several different locations before eventually returning to the White House to deliver an address. Bush, Cheney, Rice and other close staff in the PS. First Lady Laura Bush with the Cheneys in the PS. The Cheneys with First Lady Bush,